Hello everyone, my name is Tyler, and welcome to AI Football Prediction Lab, Europe's most trusted football prediction channel. This Friday and Saturday, a total of 25 matches will be played across Europe's top 5 leagues. Our European football expert, Luca, has carefully analysed these fixtures and will now share his insights and predictions with you. This video is available to everyone. However, the matches to be played on Sunday and Monday in these leagues will be available exclusively for our premium members. For just the price of a cup of coffee, you can become a premium member and unlock access to all of our exclusive content. With that said, let's turn it over to Luca and hear what he has to say about these 25 games.
Hello everyone, Luca here. As Tyler mentioned, a total of 25 matches will be played this Friday and Saturday across Europe's top 5 leagues. So without wasting any time, let's go through them one by one. As always, we'll start with the Premier League. Tottenham and Manchester United face each other in the first match of Saturday's schedule. Although Manchester United couldn't win their last game, their recent performances have been improving, and they came very close to victory in their last away match against Nottingham. Tottenham, on the other hand, continue to struggle at home. They haven't won any of their last 4 home league matches. This time they'll be eager to secure 3 points, but Manchester United are in good form and won't make it easy. My prediction is over 1.5 goals. Tottenham will push for a win and look to score, while Manchester United's games are usually high scoring. If you want to take more risk, you can also consider both teams to score. Next up, Everton versus Fulham. Everton earned an important point away from home against Sunderland in their last match. Fulham, on the other hand, finally ended their 4-match losing streak by beating Wolverhampton and took a deep breath. My prediction for this match is Everton double chance. Everton are a strong side at home. Even in the match they lost 3-0 to Tottenham, they actually played quite well. Especially in the second half, they just couldn't score. It's never easy to beat Everton at Hill Dickinson Stadium, so I don't think they'll lose this one. Next up, West Ham versus Burnley. West Ham earned their first victory under their new manager last week, beating Newcastle in what was a very important win for the team. The timing of that result was crucial because another loss could have created serious pressure. Burnley, on the other hand, lost to Arsenal after winning their previous 2 matches. My prediction for this match is West Ham double chance. I believe West Ham are close to another win. If they lose this match, last week's victory would almost lose its meaning, so they'll be fully motivated to get a positive result here. At home, I don't think West Ham will lose. Next up, Sunderland versus Arsenal. There's no need to talk much about Arsenal's form. They're top of the Premier League and performing brilliantly in Europe as well. They've started the season in dream form. However, this will be a tough away match because Sunderland have also started the season strongly. They're currently 4th in the table with 18 points, level with Liverpool, and just 1 point behind Manchester City. My prediction for this match is over 1.5 goals. I believe we'll see at least 2 goals here. Arsenal are coming for a win. A draw won't be enough for them, especially with Tottenham and Chelsea coming up next, where they could drop points. They'll definitely go for 3 points, which means goals. And Sunderland are also an attacking side capable of scoring, so at least 2 goals are very likely. And finally, the last match on Saturday, Chelsea versus Wolverhampton. Wolverhampton have had a terrible start to the season, collecting only 2 points from their first 10 matches. They're at the bottom of the table, and their manager has been sacked this week. Chelsea, on the other hand, boosted their confidence with an away victory over Tottenham in their last league match. This game is very important for them, and they'll be aiming for another win. My prediction for this match is a goal in both halves. Wolverhampton are a side that struggles defensively, so it's very likely they'll concede in the first half. If that happens, they'll have to attack in the second half because they desperately need points. That's why I expect to see goals in both halves of this match. Next up, in Spain, there's only one La Liga match on Friday, Elche versus Real Sociedad. Elche started the season fairly well, but they haven't managed to win any of their last 4 matches, losing 3 of them. Real Sociedad, on the other hand, have done the opposite. They've won their last 2 games and gained plenty of confidence. My prediction for this match is total goals between 2 and 3. It's likely to be a balanced contest between 2 well-organized sides. Elche are solid defensively, so they shouldn't concede too many, but they also struggle to score. That's why I expect a low-scoring game, probably 2 and maximum 3. Next up, Girona versus Alaves. Girona are still struggling at the bottom of the La Liga table, sitting 20th with just 7 points. Alaves, on the other hand, have made a much better start than expected. They're currently 8th and pushing toward the upper half of the standings. My prediction for this match is Alaves under 1.5 goals. In other words, I don't think they'll score 2 goals. Girona must defend very well in this one. Losing here could put them under serious pressure, especially with upcoming away games against Real Betis and Real Madrid. That's why they'll focus heavily on defense, and I expect them to keep Alaves from scoring more than once. Next up, Sevilla versus Osasuna. This is a meeting between two teams that haven't enjoyed good form recently. Sevilla have lost their last 3 matches, while Osasuna have 2 defeats and 1 draw in their last 3. My prediction for this match is Sevilla double chance. If this match were being played at Osasuna's home ground, I'd probably go with Osasuna double chance instead. But since Sevilla are playing at home, I believe they'll at least avoid defeat. Both teams will be desperate not to lose after a poor run of results, but Sevilla should be able to secure at least a point here. Next up, Atletico Madrid versus Levante. Atletico Madrid are in fantastic form at the moment. They haven't conceded a single goal in their last 3 league matches, and they also won their most recent Champions League game. Levante, on the other hand, haven't managed to win any of their last 3 matches and have started the season below expectations. Still, I believe Levante are the kind of team that can make things difficult for big opponents. My prediction for this match is Levante +3 handicap. It's a bit of a risky choice, but Atletico might show some signs of fatigue after their midweek Champions League match. I expect Levante to put up a fight and make this game more competitive than many people expect. And finally, the last La Liga match on Saturday, Espanyol versus Villarreal. Villarreal suffered a disappointing defeat against Pafos in the Champions League during the week. Their European campaign isn't going well, however, their domestic form has been solid. This time, though, they face a difficult away match. My prediction for this game is under 3.5 goals. I think Villarreal might be a bit tired after their recent fixtures and may not be as sharp in attack. Espanyol, aware of Villarreal's offensive threat, will likely play more cautiously in defense. That's why I don't expect more than 3 goals in this match. Now let's move on to Italy's Serie A. There's only one match on Friday, Pisa versus Cremonese. Pisa haven't managed to win any of their 10 league matches so far, but considering they're a newly promoted side, it's worth noting they've only lost 4 of those 10 games. They're a tough team to beat, with 6 draws already this season. Cremonese, on the other hand, are also a very resilient side and have made a better start than many expected, currently sitting 10th in the table. My prediction for this match is over 1.5 goals. Pisa will be desperate to earn their first win of the season and will need to attack. Cremonese also have talented attacking players, so seeing at least 2 goals in this match wouldn't be a surprise. Next up, Como versus Cagliari. Cagliari are going through a very poor run of form. They haven't managed to win any of their last 6 matches and most recently lost to Lazio. Como, on the other hand, are only 5 points away from the top of the table, and more importantly, their recent performances have been impressive. My prediction for this match is Como to score first. I'm not even sure if Cagliari will find the net because Como have been defending really well. This is an important game for Como. If they want to challenge for the top 3 or top 4 this season, these are the matches they must win. Even if they don't win, I believe Como will score the opening goal. Next up, Lecce versus Hellas Verona. Hellas Verona are one of the 3 teams yet to win a match after 10 rounds in Italy's Serie A. In their last game, they lost at home to Inter with a heartbreaking last-minute goal, even though they played quite well overall. Lecce, on the other hand, picked up an important 3 points away to Fiorentina, which gave them a big confidence boost. My prediction for this match is Hellas Verona double chance. No matter who they play against, Verona desperately need points now, and that urgency will show in their performance. I believe they'll fight hard and return from this tough away match with at least 1 point. Next up, Juventus versus Torino. This is a derby match, so it means much more than just 3 points. Torino are unbeaten in their last 5 matches and have managed to defeat some strong opponents. Juventus, on the other hand, have improved since Spalletti took charge, even though they couldn't beat Sporting in the Champions League midweek. My prediction for this match is under 3.5 goals. In this important derby, both teams will play cautiously, and I don't think we'll see 4 goals. And finally, the last match on Saturday in Italy's Serie A, Parma versus Milan. Milan may have a very limited squad at the moment, but they're managing this period quite well despite the injuries. They recently beat Roma 1-0 and have now moved closer to the top of the table. Parma are a tough and resilient side, but in their last match they struggled after receiving a red card and eventually lost 3-1 to Bologna. My prediction for this match is no goal in the first 15 minutes. Parma are known for defending well, especially against stronger opponents, so I don't expect an early goal in this one. Now it's time for Germany, the Bundesliga. There's only one match on Friday, Werder Bremen versus Wolfsburg. Werder Bremen are unbeaten in their last 4 matches, showing solid form. Wolfsburg, on the other hand, made a poor start to the season, losing 5 of their last 6 games. My prediction is Werder Bremen double chance. They're a team that performs well at home, and I don't think they'll lose here. At the very least, they should get a point against Wolfsburg. In Saturday's first match, Bayer Leverkusen face Heidenheim. Leverkusen had a tough away game against Benfica during the week, but managed to secure all 3 points, despite having several injuries. They'll be confident, but also a bit tired. Heidenheim, on the other hand, were seen as one of the main relegation candidates before the season, and now sit in the bottom of the table. Still, they are not easy to beat. My prediction is Bayer Leverkusen to win. Even though they might be tired, they've built good momentum, and I believe they'll win this match before the international break. In the next match, Hamburg take on Borussia Dortmund. Hamburg have dropped back toward the lower positions after 3 consecutive defeats. They usually play matches that are focused on defense. Dortmund, meanwhile, are still chasing the top of the table and played Manchester City in the Champions League during the week. That match might leave them physically tired. My prediction is Borussia Dortmund under 2.5 team goals. Hamburg are capable of defending well, and considering Dortmund's potential fatigue and Hamburg's extra motivation after 3 straight losses, I don't think Dortmund will be able to score 3 goals in this match. Hoffenheim face Leipzig. Hoffenheim have built great momentum with 3 consecutive wins and have moved up to a good position in the league. However, this time they'll face a strong opponent, Leipzig. Leipzig have been one of the most consistent and disciplined teams of the season so far, solid in defense and efficient in attack. My prediction is Hoffenheim to score 1 to 2 goals. I believe Hoffenheim can find a goal in front of their fans, but Leipzig's defensive discipline should prevent them from conceding more than 2. Hoffenheim's goal range will likely stay between 1 and 2. Next up, Union Berlin versus Bayern Munich. There's really no need to talk much about Bayern's form. They've won all 9 of their league matches and all 4 games in the Champions League. They're currently one of the most in-form teams in Europe. They recently beat Paris Saint-Germain, but that match could leave some fatigue as they played most of it with 10 men. Union Berlin, on the other hand, are a mid-table team that usually perform better at home. My prediction is Bayern Munich under 3.5 team goals. Bayern are clear favourites, but after 1 or 2 goals, they're likely to slow the tempo due to fatigue. Union Berlin should also show some resistance at home, so I don't expect Bayern to score 4 goals in this match. In Saturday's final match, Mönchengladbach face Köln. Mönchengladbach finally managed to get a win last week by beating St. Pauli. Köln, on the other hand, have been performing really well this season, much better than expected, especially in defense. My prediction is under 3.5 goals. Both Mönchengladbach and Köln are defensively solid sides and not particularly strong in attack. Even though both teams scored 4 goals in their last 2 matches, I expect this to be a more balanced and cautious game. We shouldn't see 4 goals here. Now it's time for France Ligue 1. On Friday, there's only 1 match to be played, between Paris FC and Rennes. Paris FC have achieved impressive results in the last 2 weeks. First, they stopped Lyon, and then they beat Monaco away from home. They are confident and in great form. Rennes, on the other hand, have drawn many games this season. They are not easy to beat and rarely lose. My prediction is both teams to score. Paris FC are a team that usually find the net, and Rennes don't like losing either. I expect both teams to score at least once in this game. Now we move on to Saturday's first match in France, where Marseille face Brest. Marseille haven't been getting the results they want lately, and they also lost to Atalanta in the Champions League after a tough and exhausting match. Brest, on the other hand, are an attacking-minded team, but they can be inconsistent in defense at times. My prediction is that Marseille will win this match. Even though they might be tired, I believe it's time for a reaction. Playing in front of their fans, Marseille have the strength to win this game and regain their momentum. Next up, Le Havre versus Nantes. Le Havre have been in excellent form recently, collecting some very important points. They look solid, compact, and maintain their tactical discipline very well. Nantes have a similar playing style. They defend well, stay organized, but sometimes struggle in attack. My prediction is Le Havre to score 1 or 2 goals. Considering Nantes are a strong defensive side and Le Havre are not a high-scoring team, I believe Le Havre will find 1 goal at home, maybe 2, but not more than 3. In Saturday's final match, Monaco take on Lens. Monaco have been in great form recently and managed to return with a victory from their Champions League match against Bodo Glimt. Lens, on the other hand, are one of the most resilient teams in the league and play the transition game particularly well. My prediction is Lens +2 handicap. Even though Monaco are in good form, they might still feel the fatigue from their last match, and Lens are very effective on the counter. So even if Lens lose, I don't expect it to be by more than 2 goals. I see this game as a tight contest, possibly ending in a draw. With this match, we've completed the analysis and predictions for the 25 games to be played this Friday and Saturday across Europe's top 5 leagues. The predictions and analysis for the matches taking place on Sunday and Monday will be shared exclusively with our premium members. And of course, our safest picks, the top predictions, will also be available only to our premium members. For just the price of a cup of coffee, you can become a premium member and gain full access to all of our content. Good luck to everyone and see you in the next video.